Hey, Adam here. Date 10/6/2016. 10 p.m. is the time. It's just, on some level, it kind of feels like I come down here and say the same date every time. I don't know what I mean by that. It just feels like I come down here and just I say the same date every time. I mean, I guess just like it is kind of, I'm just saying, on a conceptual level, if you move up from the specific date, like if you think of it like a tree, the branch of the specific date. You move up to the next level, which is just, I'm saying the date as a thing. Actually, for once, I think I have to turn this down because I may have it too loud. Um, yeah, but I wrote a couple things I wanted to talk about tonight. Um, I wrote this like I think it was 2 nights ago, but I'm just going to read it now. Um, I meant to read it last night, but I just forgot to read it. So the first thing I wrote down was that things aren't. Oh, it was this thing where I was thinking of like how like I think it was because I was worried about. It's a couple days I was worried about this white patch on my tongue that's just frictional keratosis, but I thought it was I was just scared that it was some kind of precancerous thing. But it started making me think that like if I didn't know about leukoplakia or even white patches to begin with, would I even have seen that white patch in my tongue? Like, so sometimes I just like look at my skin, and sometimes it looks all one color, and but if you really like start looking at it for long enough, you can start to see like the little blotchy things on your skin. Like it's just, if you look at your skin, it's just very blotchy. There's some colors here, some colors there. It's very, like if you stared at your skin for long enough, you'd eventually see like 1,000 different colors. But, that initial sort of, just looking at the thing, and you only see one color. And it's just, I think it's sort of analogous to like, you know, you look at something and it just seems basic, but then you really inspect it, and it ends up being, way more complex than you thought, because you're just not aware of the distinctions. Once you become aware of the distinctions, then you can see it. Why is this like, it's so fucking loud? Jesus Christ. I don't understand why this is so loud. It doesn't make any sense to me. Uh, oh, you know what the problem is? You know what the problem is? I'm not using the fucking microphone. Hold on. Okay, that particular problem has been fixed. Well, I believe anyway. Yeah, what the problem was is that I wasn't, I wasn't even using the right microphone. I was using the microphone off the. Hold on, I'm just fixing audio levels here. I was using the microphone off of the webcam on the fucking laptop, so that's what you're going to be hearing for the first 3 minutes of this. So guess you're gonna have to deal with that. Anyway, what I was saying about distinctions is that it's just that you're not aware of like anything. Like just things are just gonna be a blob of nothing until you're aware. I should say a basic blob of like one thing or like two things that are just so obviously visible. It's not until closer inspection, like becoming aware of like the distinctions. Like if you saw Earth, and we're just like an alien, it would just look like a blob of mass and like not mass, but like land and water, and you wouldn't even think of it in that way. You would just see green and blue, a big green and blue thing. But it's the distinctions. Not until you become aware of the distinctions, like oh, there's a mountain there, hills here, then it's like you become aware of, and that's infinite too. Those distinctions, like there's no possible way you could zoom in all the way and see. Oh, I mean, I don't know if there's like a quantized limit to the fucking universe, but maybe there's maybe the Planck length or whatever. I don't want to talk about fucking Planck lengths or any kind of that shit, because it's just I don't know what the fuck it means. I don't know. I mean, I know what it means. Like it's the Planck length is the time it takes light to travel
or the distance traveled by light in one Planck time or whatever. I know that bit, but I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how you derive that, or even like how that's significant. Like, is it the quant, like the, is that like the pixels of the universe or whatever? I don't know. I would probably come off sounding like a retarded person. To somebody who does know quantum physics. If I even attempted to talk about that, so I'm not going to. But I'm just saying, on our fucking level of the universe, the things that you can see and touch and all that shit, it just seems like there's just so much fucking detail that, like, it's just not apparent at first. And it's not until you're aware of the distinctions that you know. And it made me think, like, is there some, like, connection there to consciousness? Like, if you were aware of no distinctions, like everything was just one big blob of, like, if you had no information in your head, everything was just one big blob. You had no way to discern fucking computer from computer speaker from fucking Eiffel Tower. No way to distinguish those things. Would you be conscious? Would you be conscious if you could distinguish Eiffel Tower from computer, but nothing from anything else? So all you see is just like an Eiffel Tower and a computer and just a big fucking blob. I hope I'm saying that right. Like, would you be conscious if you had no information in your head? Or, no, that's that, that sort of thing. No distinctions. I don't think you would be. Or if you were, it would be just like, I don't think you would be. I just don't think you would be. Because if you're not aware of something, like if I'm looking at my skin right now, it just looks like big fucking pink fucking colored skin. It just looks like one tone to me right now. But if I really like exactly, but I'm not aware right now of the other tones in my skin because I'm not looking hard enough. So, if I weren't aware of anything, in the same way that I'm not aware of the fucking blotches on my skin, that's it's something about the information going on in your head. So, and I hope that's probably just fucking basic dollar store philosophy anyway. I've used that term a couple times now. See, I don't know when 10 minutes is going to be because I started this like something like 20 seconds after the initial thing. So I wasted so much time talking about that stupid fucking thing. I was listening to demos I made for the new album. For the album that I'm making. I don't want to say new album because that's like, oh, buy my new album, dude. It's my album, dude. And there's, it's just something very annoying about somebody pushing the music. I had this thought. I don't know if I've said this on the journal or not, but I just, I feel like I should save this for, there was something else I wanted to talk about that I wrote down. So I'll just talk about that. I wrote down that the Jerky Boys, they were the best thing in the fucking universe, and here's the reason why. And it's not only because they're just fucking brilliant in the moment, like artists, because it's a terrifying thing. Because I've made prank phone calls before. That is a terrifying thing to do. Not only just to call somebody, but to like come up with lines too as you're doing it. It's a difficult thing to do. Not only were they coming up with fucking brilliant shit, but they were like, because sometimes there was like these managers that they were talking to, like people like, fucking, I'll call you back for the job, but sometimes it would be like on a high horse, like you could tell that they were just always trying to say the thing that would make them be the one in power, but the fucking Jerky Boys did not get fazed by this, and, they always made it a point to fucking call out people's shit, when they're trying to, like, do those fucking power games, like manager power games. I'm trying to think of an example. I think there was one, like, it was like, fucking, I'm calling about the job. Yeah, I work for Moish, work from, Mayflower or whatever. Yeah, but it's I don't even know how to describe what I'm thinking here. But they never let them like uh they never let those managers like fucking be on a power trip. Like it seemed like they got mad at them when they did. Like like, and not even just managers, but just anybody generally taking a call. Because people are rude over the phone. And I think on some level that was Jerky Boys was a statement about how people are rude over the phone. Like it's a parody almost of just how rude people are when they're not like right up next to each other. When there's, you don't have to respect someone's physical presence. You can just like, and I feel like the Jerky Boys, on some, maybe it's just to me they're relevant, but I just feel like they're relevant to me on some level these days. Because they still, that message, of people being rude or just, like not respecting the physical presence. Just kind of like, well, I don't know. I have no idea what I'm saying. Yeah, so we're probably over 10 minutes now, so I'm done. Goodbye.